Welcome to another edition of James Martell's Coffee Talk.
And in this session, you're in for an extra special treat because earlier today, I had the chance to interview Ryan Allis, the co-founder and CEO of iContact.com, a leading provider of email marketing tools for small businesses. A service I personally use to publish my own newsletter at martelnewsletter.com. Ryan has built North Carolina-based iContact.com from its start in July of 2003 to its current size with over 150 employees, 43,000 customers, and $29 million in annual sales. In 2005, Ryan was named by Businessweek as one of the top 25 entrepreneurs under the age of 25 and was named Ernst & Young's Entrepreneur of the Year for the Carolinas in 2008. Ryan is the author of the Wall Street Journal best-selling book, 0 to 1 Million, published by McGraw-Hill, and was recently invited to the White House for the Summit Series, designed to bring together top entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs, and innovators under the age of 40, and the Obama administration is looking to these leaders for input. We are going to join in on the conversation now as Ryan explains the importance about using email to build relationships with your customers.
So even if it's someone else's article you're linking to that they've allowed you to reprint or put on your website, it doesn't matter if it's your content or someone else's. And at the end of the day, consumers connect with persons, not businesses. They connect with people. So always use your real name, or if you're going to use a pseudonym, use the same pseudonym every time, and develop an emotional connection between your buyer and one specific person at your company, whether it's you or someone else. And, you write a half paragraph. Dear first name, thank you so much for being part of our family. March was such a great month for us. We ended the quarter having very positive results in a difficult economic time because of your patronage of our spa and hot tub company here in central New Jersey. Here's an article from a friend on how to correctly treat the pH of your hot tub every week. Click through for a 5% discount on your next order. That's all. A half page. And you're developing a connection, and you could do that in 20 minutes. An email newsletter is a message that is delivered every week or every month, depending on your frequency, or even every quarter. For first-time senders, we recommend starting with a monthly newsletter that contains just a simple update and an article and a couple links to your website, maybe a picture or two from your company. It goes out to everybody that's subscribed once a month, and then you can increase the frequency over time. Then there's this autoresponder, and an autoresponder there are different types. There's a single message autoresponder, such as if someone wants to download a free ebook, they could either email a specific email address or subscribe via your website, and you'd send immediately an email response that contains the content that they have subscribed to, and that's the end of it. Or you can have a multiple message autoresponder that over a series of days, you could have a 7-day educational e-course about, let's say you're a gardening company in Maine, you could have a 7-day e-course on how to properly prune your garden in preparation for the next season. And each day you would have a different article that you have written or had ghostwritten about how to properly set up your garden and do your landscaping. And at the end of that period of 7 days, the likelihood that buyer is going to remember your company when the next time they need something with landscaping or gardening supply is much higher than if they just visited your website and that was the end of the interaction. An autoresponder is either a single message that goes out right away or a series of emails that follow up with a prospect or a customer over time to increase conversion of a prospect into a customer and upsell and cross-sell while educating and providing value.
Why don't we talk about what it would take to get started? Like, if somebody that's listening, they've never started, they don't have an email newsletter, they don't have an autoresponder, they don't have a service that can handle this for them. Can you walk us through some of the steps that they would follow to get started today?
Sure. So there are really 5 steps to getting started quickly. I think the very first one is to figure out, do you want to do this manually or do you want to use a service like iContact or Constant Contact. There are a few different ones out there to be able to manage your list and manage the deliverability. Now, if you're emailing 15 or 20 people, you can probably do it yourself through the Carbon Copy or Blind Carbon Copy, or setting up a free listserv through your hosting provider. But if you're emailing more than, say, 50 people, you're going to start running into deliverability issues, sending so many emails in terms of it not getting through to the inbox of your recipients, and more importantly, you're going to have a lot of hassle dealing with all the unsubscribes and bounce backs, and you're not going to be able to see the results. You won't know who clicked and who opened your messages. So because it's such a low cost, starts at $10 a month, I'd very much recommend using a hosted web-based service that allows you to manage your list automatically, manage the unsubscribes, manage the bounces, do list segmentation, put a sign-up form on your website so you're not manipulating it with Excel or Outlook or Gmail. So that's step one. Pick your email service provider. I think the second is upload your existing list. Now, there are a few email service providers out there that when you upload your list, your existing customer database of opt-in people, they'll require you to re-opt these people in, to double opt them in again. You know, that's fine for some services. iContact's one of the only services where you can import a list. If you've got a list in Outlook or Excel or Salesforce or One Shopping Cart or Volusion or any shopping cart or CRM tool out there, or another email service provider, as long as they're opted in, you can bring them into iContact right away without having to re-opt them in, which is nice. So upload your existing list, and you can start out with 50 people, 100 people, 200 people, it doesn't matter. And iContact handles volume as low as 30 emails a month all the way up to 40 million emails a month. So really, regardless of your volume, iContact works. And I think the third thing, and this is where a lot of small businesses sort of drop the ball, and I think it's critical, you've got to have a kick in the pants to get a sign-up form on your top hold, the first half of the top of your homepage. People hide their sign-up forms, or they don't have them at all. We've got 44,000 clients, and we're continuously telling them, you got to get that sign-up form on your homepage. Fourth is select a template, or we have over 350 templates, or bring in your own template from your website or from Dreamweaver, and insert your content. And again, it can be anything. You just a short half paragraph. No, here's an update. What's going on this month? Here's a coupon. Here's a survey. Whatever you want to do, you put in your content and you establish your sending frequency. Are you going to send monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, daily, every quarter? Make sure that's clear. Make sure that's clearly communicated on both the opt-in, the point of opt-in, as well as within each newsletter. This is your monthly newsletter from XYZ company. And then the fifth step is really track your results. See what the opens are, see what the click-throughs are, take a look at your list and see what the reactions are, and get feedback from your customers. Maybe some of your customers want to submit articles. So that's another way to get great free content for your organization, and then stick to that schedule and send valuable content on whatever schedule you can keep up with. Just make sure it's a schedule that's regular. So those are really the 5 steps. Yeah, so the very sort of bottom line, we hate spam, and we very much don't allow it within iContact, or what's called a permission-based email service. And a lot of early first-time email marketers might buy a list or rent a list and send out an email and get a lot of complaints, and that's going to cause their domain and their IP address to get blacklisted. And in the future, when you send even regular corporate email, even one at a time, that's going to cause a lot of those emails not to get through, which is not good for your business, nor your brand, nor your customer lifetime value. So I see 3 types of marketing. There's acquisition marketing, where you work to acquire new customers. There's conversion marketing, where you work to convert prospects into paying customers. And then there's retention marketing, where you work to keep customers and upsell and cross-sell them to create a higher lifetime value. Email is not a good acquisition tool. Email as an acquisition tool is just another code word for spam. Email is an amazing retention and conversion tool.